Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Come on.
Throwing to start the drive. Rainey.
And this one too low.
And you think back to the success he had throwing the football to win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here on the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We look at this Browns defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, here's Spears.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go now. Wrap all 80. Let's go.
Once again, Judkins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And we'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Judkins.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The Browns at 6 and 2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Brown.
From the gun, it's Shador.
Throwing it at traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
First and goal.
Let's go now.
At the 2-yard line.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Danny Gray,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
70.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Cowboy 80.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Sanchez in formation.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. With it is Brown. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, here's Judkins.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Ready?
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 44-yard.
Back to throw. Rainey. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
A toss to Jenkins, running right. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So, Charles, that's Exhibit A for the danger of running a toss play this close to your own end zone.
And how well was that defended? Someone was able to come up and set the edge. You can't go around him, and this time, he's left with just nowhere to go.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
That one's taken in by Spears. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Give up the middle. Jenkins. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Seven Pirates. Cup 19. Cup 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Sanders to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Sanders once more. From the left side, it's complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the
19
46-yard line.
Here we go. Back.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On the toss, it's Spears. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Steelers, 1st down.
Looking to throw. Rainey. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw. Rainey. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things have not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Halftime coming up. Let's get past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. First down right back to Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a gain of 6.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. An inside run to Judkins. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Browns first down.
Again, here's Judkins. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Sanders. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another foot. Down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Browns first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
On first down, here's Judkins. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's Sanders. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Spears begin the drive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw. Raining. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rainey. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Brown.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
19, get up, ready.
To throw is Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Checks it down to Jenkins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Operating from the gun. Rainey. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
There's Chris Olave. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
Hand off to Spears.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rainey. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he's got Gray. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Danny Gray with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Rainey. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Check that. Check that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rainey. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Here we go.
2nd and 13. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun again to Spears. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7
Get it.
at the 45-yard
Stretch
line.
the eagle. Stretch the eagle.
Looking to throw. Rainey. And he is caught by Laporta. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
That's another
Ready.
1st down.
Viking 18.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Off play action. Rainey. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Rainey. This to Laporta, right side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st down. 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chris Olave, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a bit closer. What's good on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Steelers 16.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important third down.
On play action, here's Shadur.
He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
On fourth down, Sanders. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
At the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rainey. Under pressure, they got him again.
Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
Off the play fake. Rainey. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Two-yard touchdown ground.
And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cleveland offense making their way out. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of were counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now the
Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing, Sanders. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Okay, ready? Warriors, 17.
Sanders. He'll try to do it himself. That is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. He's got Mooney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 60 by 60.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready up.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. 2nd down and 8.
Let's go now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead.